Hey, Phantom Maniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today is something that is different and special for a lot of reasons. I have always been a fan of like minifigures and the whole Glyos thing, but that kind of stuff is, I see there's somebody I follow on Instagram who gets a lot of them. And I always look at them and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I'd love to have that. And then when you go look at them, they're either sold out or they're $30 or they're $30 and they're sold out. So basically, I like looking at the designs and I think they're really neat, but I just can't justify the cost for the things. And I get it. That's when you're a tiny little independent toy company. It costs more to produce things, and that's just how it is. But you can only buy so much. The toy budget only goes so far, and my toy budget in general does not go to $30 for 2.5-inch action figures. But when one of my favorite YouTube channels, Secret Galaxy, formerly known as Toy Galaxy, produces a little tiny minifigure that's like a signature Secret Galaxy thing, then there's enough gimmickry involved with it for me to say, okay, I will pay the extra charge for this is what these figures cost, and I want to have a Secret Galaxy toy. So I ordered one of these when they went up. I think they're sold out now. I'm not positive, but I got to imagine that, well, it says right here, SG01 Secret Gear Launch Edition. I've got to think this figure will be available in some other form at some point in the future, maybe different colors, or maybe another run with a slightly different, I don't know. Something like this, if these sold out, they're going to make more. Mighty Maniax and Secret Galaxy and Mighty Maniax are one of the brands that I have seen on Instagram and thought, oh, that's really cool. And then you go look at the price and you're like, I can't do it. But let's take a look at this one and see what we've got. My hope is that it's exactly what I think it's going to be, and I can be satisfied owning this one thing and move on, and that it's not going to be, oh my gosh, this is so much cooler than I expected, now I want a bunch of them, because I don't need that in my life. Well, first of all, it's already bigger than I thought it was going to be. So it's in a nice little box. I like this because it's very independent-y. It's not fancy blister card packaging or anything like that. It's like, this is what we have to put this in if we actually want to sell these and perhaps make a little tiny bit of money on them, type of box. And I appreciate that. I do like the sticker, the glossy sticker on the front with the graphic looks nice. And it is, a little bit of a die cut sticker, so there's a little style there. It's not just a big square sticker. And then bagged inside, we have got the SG01 figure with all of its whatever little parts come in here. I don't even know what it comes with. This popped up and I thought, oh, that's probably going to, because they're typically very, very limited runs of these things. And I thought, oh, that's going to sell out. I need to decide right now if I want to own this thing or not. And again, for what I think is one of the best toy channels there is, yes, I want to own a little piece of memorabilia that represents that channel. Okay. Oh, and also the fact that it's translucent is just awesome. Or has translucent parts, I guess. Okay, so we've got a number of options here. Like I said, I just didn't, as with everything, once I decide I want something, I don't spend too much time looking at it, because I want to experience the unboxing process. I want the magic of discovery. I don't want the magic of, oh, I already saw this online, let me just open it and put it on the shelf. So yeah, it is bigger than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be about the size of a Battle Beast, and it is significantly larger than a Battle Beast. We are looking at just over 3 inches, almost 3.5 inches tall, which I think at the beginning I said 2.5 inches, which would be about Battle Beast size, I believe. So it's it's a nice, it's the right size, right? Like, it's there's enough there to play with and have fun with, and I'm really digging the joints here. I also didn't know, like, I don't know what the joints are. I don't know that they're hip joints, and like, I knew there'd be shoulder joints. Again, I was kind of expecting a Battle Beast. So shoulder joints, yes. Waist joint, maybe. Neck joint, maybe. But this is much more articulated than I expected it to be. And I'm guessing, so the arm was off. So all of the little parts, the figure comes completely apart and is customizable. And, you know, I've been seeing for years. I had at one point, and I guess this is about the same size as those, I had a bunch of Outer Spacemen at one point in time, and I really, really liked them. And part of the reason I got, well, first of all, the gentleman behind the Outer Spacemen right now, who I interviewed on the Needless Things podcast, is the one who ended up buying my collection from me. And I sold them because I was like, if I keep these, I'm going to have to keep buying them, and I have to limit myself. I really, really do. And I'll tell you right now, this purchase was a terrible idea because this is really, really cool, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I want more immediately. And I'm going to have self-control. So that's the breakdown of all the removable parts, and everything pops right back together. And we'll try out some of the different configurations here. And I'll give you a closer look at some of the sculpted detail on this too, because it shouldn't be overlooked. Just because it's a chunky, smaller figure doesn't mean there's not a ton of sculpted detail in this little guy. I'm very impressed. This is, unfortunately for me, this is far exceeding my expectations, which is not really what I wanted. This is indeed a toy and not just a figure. Okay, so we're going to play with some of these other parts in a minute, but let's take a closer look at what we've actually got here. First of all, we've got a nice little Secret Galaxy Tampo, the laser tag helmet, the non-copyright infringing laser tag helmet with the like Mandalorian scope on the side. I really like that with the skull. But you can see the translucent parts, all the sculpted detail on here. And this is also sculpted detail. This could have just been Tampo, well, not this. This could have just been Tampo hits, and it's not. It's all sculpt. And then these vents on the chest piece, which are very, very 80s, by the way. Look great. Everything is very precise, very clean. The paint application, the sculpt, all of it looks great. It's got a peg hole in the back. Oh my gosh, I just noticed the head that I think I'm going to have to use on this guy. And then those boots. Again, very much the laser tag aesthetic on this. Just the armor, the colors, everything. I dig it. Laser tag or Photon? Tell me in the comments which you preferred. Photon had action figures, which made it better in my eyes. Okay, so here are the default hands that were on it. Pretty simple design, very nice. Notice the sculpt of the hands. Looks great. They're not just mittens. There's the other one. And then this is the head that was on it in the package, which I like. It looks cool. Again, it has that translucent red and a nice light piping effect. Let's, whoop, sorry. I just ruined everything. You can see the light comes in from the top here and makes that face light up. Pretty cool. But then we get into the alternate parts, which is where the magic is. So he's got a non-copyright infringing power glove hand. that is beautiful and obviously is the hand that has to go on this. Look how cool it is, the way that the silver paint in the palm, and look at all that sculpted detail. That's definitely not an NES controller. But look at how cool it looks. You've got the silver, and then seeing the silver through the translucent red. Looks so cool. So let's pop that onto the arm there. Some of these are a little tough to get together. There we go. So yeah, that hand is absolutely going on this guy. And then, oh no, okay, I see how that's going to work. So we do not have an alternate left hand. So we're going to put the left hand, the default hand, rather, back on. There we go. A satisfying little pop there. And that hand is going to be holding the non-copyright infringing, definitely not Nintendo blaster. I wonder if it's possible we could get some Glyos ducks and a Glyos St. Bernard. Isn't it a St. Bernard in Duck Hunt? Isn't that what it is? I would pay to have some cool little Glyos ducks for this guy to blast. So, yeah. Right there in that hand. He's lefty. He's ambidextrous. He's not a lefty. He's ambidextrous, I would think. And then we've got several different heads that we can use. One very Daft Punky head. I'm saving the one I'm actually putting on him for last. One spiky, creepy. I would say creepy. That's a creepy head. I wouldn't want to run into that in a dark alley. And then finally, this is the one I think I'm going with, because when you combine a Xenomorph with RoboCop, I am in. But let's see how it looks, because it does look a little sleek and narrow for such a chunky boy. Yeah, I don't know. As much as that's my favorite head, I don't know that that's the one that fits this character the best. I think, honestly, the default is probably going to be the best one. Ooh, that one's nice. That's really cool, but you know what? Well, let's go, since we're trying them all, which had not been my intent, but I guess I'm going to do it. I'll go ahead and pop the horned head on. Which, of course, it's really cool, but the horns just don't match the rest of the aesthetic to me. So it's going to be the default head, is going to be the winner. And also because I do believe, I mean, it was the default. It's the one that was kind of considered the main head in the listing. So to me, this is the one that defines it anyway. And it has the cool sort of light piping effect of the translucent mohawk going down into the face. So yeah, that's the way he's going to be displayed. I'm furious now because I dig this a lot and I want more of these. And actually also now knowing just how much customization potential there is, how many little parts there are, how much articulation there is versus what I assumed. I don't know. I don't want to get sucked into the world of Glyos because I'm already sucked into the world of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and G.I. Joe and Star Wars and so many other things. Universal Monsters, it never ends. But this is a great toy. And that's about the nicest thing I can say about anything I review here on the channel. It's fun, but it also has, again, all the customization possibilities. So this is knocked it out of the park. From Mighty Maniax and Secret Galaxy, you guys have delivered a new toy into my hands that I'm absolutely delighted with. Good job. And like I said, it's bigger than I thought it was, and I can just picture a whole shelf of these guys, and I don't need to get into that. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. Come back for toy reviews of all of the things I just mentioned. And until next time, is it canon?
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.